ourselves for due process. I don't have any opinions about that. But definitely, if it happened that a particular personality was cleared, it is, I'm sure, based on facts that have been made available to the president.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Just to clear.
All right.
Next question, Trisha Macas of GMA News Online.
Hi, sir.
Excuse me. Yes, go ahead.
Sir, the president apologized for some lapses in the narco list. Can we still trust his narco list?
Come again.
He apologized because there were lapses. So, is there a chance that the other names he announced are not really into the trade, the illegal drugs trade?
Maybe more than trusting the list, let's trust the president. I mean, after all, he has publicly said, I made a mistake. I apologize. I'm sorry. You know, what more can you, instead of just, it's okay, but there was a mistake. The point is, I think, the one that we trust is not so much the list, but the president himself, who has the actual humility to be able to accept that he made a mistake.
Sir, another question on another topic. The president the other day said that the Filipinos should sacrifice a little bit. I'd like to quote him, why I'm asking the Filipinos in the coming days kung totohanin talaga ng Amerika, I'm going to ask you to sacrifice a little bit. But by next year would have entered alliances with so many countries. So what does he mean by that? You sacrifice a little bit.
I think it's in connection with the other question earlier. What would happen to the Philippines if, regarding if the U.S.-Philippine relationship was sufficiently disturbed so that investments were removed. I believe that our relationships go deeper than that. However, given the fear, he was asking, would the Filipinos believe enough in the nation to set a course, to set an independent course in spite of economic difficulties, if and when it should happen? He's not saying it will, but he said, if and when it should happen, would we be willing enough, would we be patriotic enough to stand behind the Philippines in declaring an independent foreign policy? Thank you.
Okay, any more questions? Ina Andalong of CNN Philippines.
Sir, just to press a little on the lapses in the drug matrix.
Okay.
That drug matrix landed on the president's table.
Yes.
What makes us certain that the lists of drug suspects, let's say with the police officials, are credible as well? Because as we know, doesn't this issue maybe prompt police authorities to be extra careful in going after drug suspects in their own lists because of possible lapses there as well? Especially dahil, as we know, in their operations, marami pong who end up being killed.
All right. So, your question?
Doesn't this problem prompt maybe police officials to be extra careful in going after drug suspects in their own lists?
Yes.
Because there may be lapses there. Kung nagkaroon ng problema po dun sa nakarating na matrix sa presidente, paano po sa kanila, lalo na sa operations nila, marami pong namamatay o napapatay.
As the president said, at the end of the day, he makes the call. Right? He makes the call. So, definitely, it will make the personnel, the police personnel, prompt them to be more careful. However, at the end of the day, as they said, it is the president who makes the final announcements on the list. Okay. So regarding the list and regarding the police activities, I think there's a difference there. They will have to pursue what they feel is right on the ground level. And the president also made his own options and choices regarding the announcements, and that is also his call. So these are two separate things.
Okay. Any more questions?
Okay, last question maybe.
Last question. Any more questions?
Yes.
Benji Liwanag of DZWB.
Sir, yung IRR, Implementing Rules and Regulation of the Centenarian Act, was already signed by the President. Now, sir, do we have enough funds to support yung mga ibibigay na pera dun sa mga...
If you were here the other day during the briefing, I think Secretary Diokno said, yes, we will find funds for that.
That will be for next year. How about, sir, next month, October 7, will be, I think, grandparents or elders
Okay.
month for them. Mahahabol ho ba ng government ito?
I cannot speak for that, but definitely Secretary Diokno said that they will find funds. I don't know exactly when it will begin, but they will find funds for that.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
But the challenging with wide-ranging intelligence and the courage to express their true convictions. We condole with family and friends. Other details will be announced later. Thank you.